Welcome back for another Anime and Beyond episode reaction. I'm Noah.
I'm Devin.
Today, we're reacting to My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 18. Last time, we got to see a nice little family reunion with Bakugo and Midoriya, and it went probably as we expected.
Yeah, Todoroki and his father, and, with his rest of his family, they're still not able to trust Endeavor totally. Todoroki's giving him a chance. Whereas his older brother, he's not ready. He's not ready to talk. His sister's trying to, but like we say in the last episode, she feels the same way kind of like her older brother does, but she's trying. She's actually trying to get things rolling so they can be a family again. So.
And Todoroki's at that level to where he's ready to forgive. They could all be ready to forgive, and they're just waiting on the other person to forgive.
Yeah.
So who knows? And the mom, she's almost out now. As if everything keeps going well, she's going to be out and back in the home, maybe. That's what it sounded like from what she said.
Oh, yeah.
And then we also got a nice look at they're still behind. They're way behind Endeavor still.
Oh, yeah.
Not as much as at the beginning. They gained some. You see the wear and tear on their uniforms and on all over them.
They're working.
But they are working.
I do like what Midoriya said. He was kind of bold and said to Todoroki, kind of what you mentioned, like, you are waiting on the opportunity to forgive. Like that's kind of the period that you're in. Maybe Deku sensed that, he wants to forgive, but he just doesn't know how he should take the first step. So I kind of like that whole moment they had together. It kind of just shows their development as characters, as friends, and just like, teammates too. So.
And then to wrap up the whole episode, we see a shrine for Toya. And,
yeah, Toya too. Yeah,
and,
that was the biggest thing.
What's going on with that?
Yeah.
Is he dead?
Is he Dobby?
Oh, maybe. Is he dead? Is he Dobby? That's a new segment.
Yeah, dead Dobby. No,
that's a little too soon. A little too soon, I think.
Yeah, probably. Hey, what? Never mind. Nah. I won't get into it.
But before we get started, if you like My Hero Academia or you like reactions like this, please go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button. And without further ado, let's jump into the reaction.
Let's get it. That's what it was. Getting ready.
Years ago. Okay. His hair, the villain's hair kind of looked like the Endeavor's.
Yeah.
I like your Kaji.
He wants Endeavor to kill him?
He reminds me of Stain. You know how Stain was saying All Might was the only one that was worthy?
Yeah.
I'm getting that vibe. This is his chance.
Oh, and he's got the drug?
This is his chance. Endeavor's chance to prove himself.
I hope he doesn't go after Natsu, because I don't know how powerful Natsu is.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Dang it, I was hoping he'd go after Endeavor, not his kids.
Yeah. I kind of figured this would...
Oh, he's using...
Oh.
Oh, that's so messed up. Dude, you jump out of the car.
Sheesh. Oh, that was dope. He just busted out that thing. Oh my gosh. Dude's crazy.
Dude, look at his
This
face.
dude is freaking crack out of his mind, man.
Look at that teamwork.
I like that.
There's no need to dress up now.
I mean, that's kind of cool, though. All right.
Now,
Dude, that's kind of messed up, though.
about to see the fruits of their training right here.
Nice.
Hey, anytime they're backing up, you know.
Dang.
Why did he stop? Was he trying not to be careless, or
I'm not sure, actually.
was he about to kill?
I think he was trying to protect Natsu. Yeah, maybe he was trying to kill.
Oh no! Without that drug, it seems like a really worthless quirk.
Yeah. I mean, this is basically what the guy who can stop quirks, I forgot his name.
This has nothing to do with me.
Dang! Bakugo coming in clutch. He's trained himself to do that now?
Nice.
Dang, in just 1 week. Hey, we knew this was gonna happen.
Dang.
Now he's gonna be obsessed with Todoroki.
What about Endeavor, though? He like froze in place, though.
Oh, they beat him.
Yeah. Yeah, not the. It's not the right moment. He doesn't want to believe it though. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to hear that though.
Oh man!
Don't do it.
You.
Hold it. Hold it.
Even he's touched by it.
This guy.
I thought this guy was gonna be a little more involved
Yeah.
in this arc than this, but the best genius. That's who's gonna tell first.
そうですか。それは残念です。この後のことは後日。轟君から聞いた
Okay, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Let's get in here.
妻とコラが楽しそうに食卓を囲んでいる。
He's trying to make that a reality.
その食卓に俺はいつもいない。ここに残る。
This attack might have just been the icing on the cake.
So at the end there, I'm wondering if Endeavor staying at the house is him trying to somehow make amends by, I don't know, getting rid of the house. You know what I'm saying? As memories. I'm just thinking of the memories. Like of him training Todoroki, the whole incident with his Todoroki's mom throwing the hot water on his face or whatever. Just all that, you know, and all the just bad experiences. Is just getting rid of that house and then starting over at somewhere else. That's why he's trying to get them to a new place so that they can bring their mom there and they can restart.
That, I think, is definitely a piece of it. I also think the dream is him thinking they can't be happy with me. And he's kind of getting the same vibes from like Natsu. Natsu does not like being around him.
Yeah.
He's thinking about what happened with Toya. Shoto's still not 100% trusting him, whatever.
Yeah.
And then with this attack as well, I think all those combined, and probably even more, like, will the mom be comfortable when she comes back here? No. So when he said he set up another house, I thought it was going to be for her only, but he's saying for all of them. I think he's trying to also atone for his sin by being here by himself in isolation.
Yeah.
And
he already told Natsu that you don't have to forgive me. You don't have to, but just know that I'm trying to atone. I'm not asking you to forgive me. And at one point he even said, don't forgive me. Don't feel like you have to forgive me. He said, but I want to atone for what I've done. And of course, you know, Natsu claps back saying like, how are you going to do that? And then we see that scene at the end. But before that, he said, I have something in mind. even though Natsu denied it, he even said that he's a kind person, just like Todoroki. He could just be in denial and he doesn't want to. It's something that he doesn't want to hear. But you can see that relationship is starting to build up a little bit, little by little. Endeavor was afraid that Natsu would never talk to him ever again, and so that's why he froze in place when, the villain had him. He really does care, but I think Endeavor really wants to make this work. This is why he said, if I really care, and if I really want to atone for my sins, I gotta do this,
Yeah.
So I think that's what he's trying to. That's his mindset.
Yeah, and because of that dream, I really think he sees that as them being the most happy without him. But a funny thing about this show is that we get to see that not everybody was what they perceive themselves to be or what others perceive them to be. Natsu, and I guess his whole family kind of saw him as maybe someone who's not kind. Or it might have just been in his mind. But like Devin said, Endeavor's like, hey, no, you are kind this for these reasons. And it also kind of shows, at that point, it showed the villain. He's like, oh, well, Endeavor's not this fierce, angry, hard hero that I thought he was. He's also caring about family. Look, he's hugging, and, he's trying to atone for his sins, whatever. So I think in both of them, it just proves to show, things aren't always what they seem.
Yeah.
And along that lines, what the police officer said is now, or no, it was the driver. This is now the second time in like a week that Endeavor's been attacked. Although I think the other one was organized by the Liberation Army. Maybe not the Liberation Army, but I think it is. I don't think this guy was organized by him, but I think they gave him the booster because he said he was going to go attack Endeavor. Because why would someone who just got out of prison, probably has no cash, he said his first thing he was going to do was find Endeavor's home. How did he really find Endeavor's home?
Yeah,
I think he went to someone who had power and was like, hey, here's what you need, here's where you go, and go take care of business. And so I think there is for some reason there's this army or somebody else that's pushing them to attack Endeavor, and I don't know, is this happening to other heroes too? Yeah,
that's true. I mean, like I said, it seems like it's an attack specifically on the number one hero. And I think specifically with this guy in this episode, he was like a fan of Endeavor. So he could have already known, been one of those people that stalked Endeavor. So that's why he knew where he was. And especially why he knew that kidnapping his son would bring, Endeavor to him. So smart villain tactic. Kind of messed up though.
Didn't expect the big three to be there.
Yeah, they didn't expect the class A to be there, and Midoriya pulled out that crazy attack. That was kind of sick.
That was good to see that work.
I'm not even gonna say it's too early for him to already master because we haven't seen how hard they're actually working during their training with Endeavor. So this just goes to show that their work is paying off. They are unlocking new attacks, and they are just getting stronger. And now Midoriya looks like he got under control.
That and I don't know if it looked like it to you, but it looked like he kind of got on all fours to make him jump higher or something like that. Did you see that?
I did see that. Yeah, briefly. Yeah. That was pretty cool.
So it is cool that they finally won, even though they beat Endeavor kind of because Endeavor failed at that point.
He kind of froze in place a little bit.
But it was funny to see them talk about the win.
Yeah. And then Bakugo trying to rub in his face. And I'm like, bro, not the time.
Yeah. He's like, you should be more angry. And you're like, nah, man, not now.
Yeah. I'm still looking forward to seeing Toya. Like I said in the previous reactions, I think Toya is possibly, now I don't know totally, but I have a speculation that he is Dabi. So I'm waiting for the unveil. I want to hear it. And like I said, I don't know if Endeavor's like putting off like a fake front, thinking that he's dead, but he knows that he's alive, or maybe he really doesn't know that he's alive. If he is alive, if he is Dabi, but I mean, I just think that's a possibility. He could be, maybe it's to protect them. I mean, maybe it's one of those things where death is better than knowing that Toya's been part of this, killing people for years and years, So that's one possibility, but the other possibility is maybe Dabi's just Dabi, you know, and he has nothing to do. Or maybe, you know, now I won't go into that because that's far. I was gonna say that Dabi knows of Toya.
Oh, like if they're separate people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dabi looks like Todoroki, but with, you know, the Toya's kind of, I don't know. Yeah. But you see Toya in a picture, and he has the same kind of hairstyle as Dabi does. It's just dyed, you know, blue. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, at this point, they haven't given me any good information about Toya. I thought we were about to get some juicy information.
I thought that we were too.
About what happened to Toya. But
I was like, let's go. But nah, they pulled a.
But it's okay. I understand. You're trying to keep it under wraps still. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Going forward, it sounds like Midoriya, Bakugo, and Todoroki are still going to be kind of doing work studies after school with Endeavor. Mm-hmm. So, along with this training that they put in this last week, they're still going to be getting that real life experience, which is going to be needed for what's coming up.
Shigaraki, it seems like the biggest threat that's going to be on the horizon coming up. Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking about also like the families. I think of like a whole city being obliterated. That's kind of going back to that whole Nomu arc, you know. You need somebody like Hawk who can rescue multiple people at once. Mm-hmm. How are they going to do something like that? They gotta get faster. I don't know. I mean, at least as fast as Endeavor.
Yeah.
To be able to make it in time to save people if you know these incidents happen. I think this is a really great training for them to be prepared for like a crisis situation like that, because it's gonna. I feel like it's on the horizon, and obviously it's not just gonna be Shigaraki. It's gonna be the whole League of Villains.
100,000 or whatever it was.
Yeah. There's a war. There's literally like a war coming. You know that. Don't forget the Nomus. There's a lot coming. And again, if Endeavor had a problem with one Nomu that was like that, imagine if they had 1,000 of those. Dude, no. You're gonna need to go All Might times. Give me a number.
Kaioken.
That's not a number. What is Kai? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 7 words? Ken. 8, 9, 10.
Ken and Barbie. Kaioken and Barbie. I have a question for you.
Okay.
What do you think would happen if one or maybe more of the top 10 heroes was actually someone who went over to the Liberation Army side, but for real?
Oh.
Now, let's not think about Hawks in this carry, and obviously probably not Endeavor either, so anybody else from the top 10.
So you're saying they're actually part of
the Hero Liberation? Because from what we've seen, all we saw was Slide and Go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lower class little guy. He looks like a hall monitor.
Are you in need of any assistance today, sir?
But the thing is, what if there's someone up higher?
Oh no. You can't trust anybody then.
It's the same.
You can't. Then at that point, it's a wrap. Dude, literally, you can't trust anybody. Like, they're beat. That's a hard one. That's a hard one because you have to assume they've known each other for a minute, mm-hmm. and they've connected. They have a bond, you know. And then when that bond is broken, how do you trust people? And it's like that would create a world where literally you can't really trust anybody. Say, just for example, like the villain side became bigger than the hero side. That would be.
I don't think that will happen.
Yeah.
But then again, who was it? Was Stain? Wasn't he at UA, or he was at some school, and then that's when he kind of went off and started doing his own thing?
Yeah, he went
to that.
I thought
he started preaching in the streets.
Yeah, and I thought that guy was the kind of same way because he said he really liked Endeavor. That he was like the only one that was like worthy to kill him. And that's what it kind of sounded like.
Yeah.
So.
But then we just found out he's just crazy.
He's just crazy.
He's just crazy.
I don't know, man. That's an interesting question. I don't know. What do y'all think? That would literally be too much. How would you? My ultimate question is what would be the plan of action going from there? Like, how would you try to use your experience to save everyone from this liberation, but not get killed in the process.
If one of the top 10 heroes betrayed them, then I think it would depend on who that hero is that moved over to the Liberation Army side.
I don't know. That reminds me of a movie. Is it World War Z?
World War Z? I don't know. I never watched. I didn't finish the whole thing.
It's like, or maybe it's I Am Legend. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Because it's like the world where you're like, just think of, you know, all those little zombie people.
Yeah.
They come in. Yeah, versus one person.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, in that movie, Will Smith is the only hero.
Yeah.
And then actually, there's like the doctor, and then all that stuff. There's like 3 people, and then the rest are like, that's kind of like that type of situation. That's what I think.
Oh, okay. You think it's gonna be that? You think they could be that outnumbered?
I mean, who
We'll see.
How are they gonna trust anybody else?
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
We'll see.
you only have so many people you could trust at that point. Because if you get people who have that bond with you like that, and then they betray you, how do you know the next person not gonna betray you?
That's true, but I think once the war starts, if there is a war like that, once the war starts, you'll figure out right away who's on your side and who's not. Unless someone's willing to fight against their own side for a while and then betray them later on.
Be like a Loki, you know. Loki would do something like that.
Loki would do something like that.
So, hey, yeah, we'll see. That's an interesting question. I like that, though. I like that. Thank y'all for watching and supporting our channel. Don't forget to check out our social media accounts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about this episode reaction and review.
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Rumble. And if you like us, you can follow our friends on YouTube as well. Jfrizl, Bloxtun Claiming for Gaming, Rich Aladdin for short films, or Tex08 for sermons, and Thought You Should Know podcast that discusses all things mental health.
That said, I'm Devin.
I'm Noah.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Peace. Clammy just came out of my mouth.